Alcohol to go is here to stay for the next 3 years. New York's $220 billion budget was passed this weekend. It gives restaurant owners an opportunity to drive in some more business by allowing customers to take their alcohol to go. Liquor stores have expressed their concern on the to-go sales at bars, which would hurt their business. However, the budget is meant to help liquor stores in this situation too. Now, all to-go alcohol at bars and restaurants must be in a sealed container, and the drinks must be purchased with a substantial meal. Deliveries are also allowed, but they can only be sold to people who have proof of identification of 21 years old. Our Samantha Croston checked in with local restaurants to see what they think of this rule change, and some are getting pretty creative with their to-go orders. She joins us in Syracuse tonight.
The general manager of Funkin' Waffles says that the change helps significantly with sales, and that even though people are now allowed to return back to restaurants, many are still opting for a to-go order. That includes drinks. To-go drinks began during the pandemic when restaurants were shut down in 2020 as a way to help them generate business.
It gave us a fighting chance. We relied completely on to-go business for a good 8 months. And then allowing us to serve drinks just upped our revenue. It kind of became a cool thing.
Now, to-go drinks are back, and downtown restaurant owners anticipate a successful return.
Our to-go business here has doubled since the beginning of the pandemic. People are just in that mode. Being able to order some cocktails to bring home and order some beers to go home, it just helps us.
Some restaurants finding a way to make their takeout drinks original and unique. 3 Lives, a downtown arcade bar, makes potions to replicate what could be seen in video games.
It just keeps with the theme because these are the essential colors you would get in the game or in a game, and try to match those, try to bring the drinks to life.
Initially, one concern restaurants had about to-go drinks was that they'd be sent to underage drinkers, but bar manager Sam Levy says that fear has been put to rest.
It was a little bit nervous for us at first, like, how do you prevent kids from ordering? How do you prevent this? And the delivery services really stepped up, and they started ensuring that when they got there, they were checking IDs and they're doing all the right steps.
The change will expire after 3 years, at which point the state legislature and the governor will decide whether to review it or to change it.
New York state lawmakers are done debating and have passed a $220 billion state budget. It's more than a week late, with the Senate finally wrapping things up at 5 this morning and Assembly members finishing up around 9:30. Reaction from state and local officials have been pouring in to our newsroom today. Now, taking a look at that, Governor Kathy Hochul says there's historic funding from housing and education, infrastructure, and much more. After voicing concern that healthcare workers are leaving the state, Hochul says a $20 billion multi-year investment is going into boosting wages for healthcare workers. Nearly $33 billion will go towards a 5-year plan to improve transportation infrastructure, prioritizing investments on local roads and bridges in smaller municipalities. And $25 billion will be used for a 5-year housing plan aimed at tackling systemic inequities by creating or saving $100,000 worth of affordable homes, 10% of which will be set aside with support services for vulnerable populations.
Lawmakers says, and we spoke to that person, the investment in the dome will help provide jobs. Our Alora Lagarde spoke to a senator who outlines the benefits, and he believes coming to Central New York will benefit the community.
Some may think the Senate came up with their multi-million-dollar budget overnight, but Senator John Mannion says the Senate has been thinking this over for months. Even after going over budget, the senator said this needs to be done. The 2023 New York State budget is approximately $221 billion. New York Senator John Mannion says it was important to put money into certain departments to make sure local governments and institutions have the resources they need.
The need is there, and the state responded, and I was proud to help carry this over the line.
Some departments the state is putting money into are healthcare, the education system, housing, infrastructure, mental health, and property and gas taxes.
We are accelerating the middle class tax cuts. We are providing property tax relief. we are suspending the gas taxes.
along with the largest ever investment in childcare.
It's an area of need, and we talk about taxpayer dollars. All right, well, this is something that when government needs to step in, they can, and they can to help fill a void.
Senator Mannion says there was debate over the budget and difficult decisions were made throughout the 9 days. But overall, the senator says there are a lot of great things in the budget.
It's a big budget. Difficult decisions are being made, but there's decisions on that landed on both sides of that issue to not only enhance services but provide some tax relief for individuals in this area.
Senator Mannion says the budget process took a lot of negotiation, input, and research, but says he was happy to be a voice in the room to represent Central New York.